Sorry about that. A couple of technical difficulties, but hey, we're going live now. Of course, if you're on Zoom, you're getting a backstage pass to our presentation. Of course, if you're watching this on either YouTube or a Facebook group, you're getting that as well. Again, I apologize. I didn't press the go live on our StreamYard account, so you might have been missing a little bit of information there. But welcome. It's Monday morning. We're going to do our Monday morning kickoff call. And if you'd like to get notifications set up, as you can see there on the banner, you can text local to 707-229-1221. We'll go ahead and get you set up on notifications. I'll talk with you about why we put on these Monday morning kickoff calls. We do a Monday morning kickoff call and a Friday wrap-up call to give you the tools that you need to build your business week to week. Of course, we have a firm belief that if you want to drive growth, if you want to launch, grow, or scale your business, you need to put together a system that consistently and persistently drives the results that you want to see on a regular basis. Our job is to help you focus on your sales and marketing efforts and give you a context or framework so that you can continue to do that. I think that we do that better than a lot of other people out there, providing our customers with ongoing support, coaching, software, and all the things that you need to launch, scale, or grow your local business. So again, get those notifications set up, and we'll make sure that you don't miss a single training out there. So today what I'm going to talk with you about is our client targeting system, right? Not our client targeting system, but client targeting. We're going to talk with you about client targeting strategies, talk with you about how the importance of client targeting and some of the things that you should be conscious of. Of course, client targeting is part of our Local Legends marketing methodology. It's the first step, is to really define who you're targeting before you go out and refine how you're going to target them or how you're going to market to them. And there's a couple of different reasons for this. First and foremost, you want to make sure that your messaging is compelling. You want to make sure that you're putting the right message in front of the right audience at the right time. So one of the ways to accomplish that is to make sure that you are very clear about who you're targeting. Now, when you define your who, when you get really clear about who you're targeting, all the rest of your marketing becomes much, much easier. So if you're having challenges putting together a marketing strategy, you're having charging challenges originating content on a regular basis, you really want to start with this first step. This is kind of the foundation of your marketing strategy, is to really get super clear about your niche or who it is that you're going to be targeting, or as we put it, your dream customers. And there's a couple of different ways that you can accomplish this, and I'm going to go through those strategies today. First and foremost, it's all about segmenting. It's all about finding out who your ideal customers are really out there in the marketplace. And the way that you can do this is a couple of different ways. First and foremost, look at your existing customers and find out what are some of the characteristics that are similar within those customers. And this can give you the ability to really segment and figure out who you can determine who's your dream customer or who your customers are, and formulate messaging around those. And I'll give you an example of this and kind of the story behind how I saw this unfold in my own business. For those of you who've been with us for a while, you've heard my story about how I got started in marketing. You know, we had some local marketing customers, but we had a heavy focus on the nonprofit segment or the nonprofit sector. And we had a lot of campaigns, a lot of marketing campaigns that were specifically geared towards nonprofits and helping nonprofits originate their messaging and go out there and execute their business plan. So when a business partner of mine and I had a difference of opinion, we separated. That nonprofit business kind of died off, and it gave me the ability to reposition, refocus myself in regards to local marketing. But at this time, what I had is I had my local marketing customer base and I had my nonprofit customer base. And the nonprofit customer base was very profitable, but it had very few clients in it. And I actually had more customers in our local marketing space. So I decided to double down on local marketing at that time. This was back in 2000. 2019 when this happened. And what happened in there is I took a look at the customers that I had at the time. And I had a lot of customers in the automotive industry. I had some body shops. I had some companies that were in the paintless dent repair, automotive recon industry, and things of this nature. And what that did is it gave me a unique perspective into those customers. Now, in addition to that, is right after this time, right after I began to double down on local marketing, of course, COVID hit, and it gave me another unique perspective because what I did is I went out and I saw inside of that customer base which customers were successful and which customers were having challenges with their business model. And we were able to take a look at that from a couple of different standpoints. So first and foremost, I got very clear about who I was targeting. So we began to targeting people in the automotive industry, began to target people in the automotive recon industry, auto body shops and things of that nature, and then also paintless dent repair and so on and so forth. So that was the first segment, or the first opportunity that we had. Secondly, we got to look at business models, because when COVID hit, there were a lot of businesses that were going out of business, and there were some businesses that were actually succeeding during COVID. So what we did is we took a look at those businesses and found that they had their primary core offers. They also had an e-commerce play, and they were beginning to get into membership sites and things of that nature. So again, if you've watched some of our past trainings, you've realized that we build out all of our customers with multiple streams of revenue. We talk with our customers about e-com and what that looks like from a product and service offering, how to utilize that to increase visibility on your products and services. And then we also take a look at membership sites for our clients and how they can utilize their expertise in order to go out there and sell things like courses and things of that nature. So a lot of great information, but that's the process, and that's the process that we went through. And what we found is that once we got crystal clear or laser focus on our customers, who it was we were targeting, our messaging became easier to put together. Our marketing became easier to put together, because instead of targeting the entire world or all local businesses, we began targeting local service and trade professionals, and we started off in a very narrow niche. And what we did is we started off in the automotive industry, and that gave us the ability to begin communicating what it is that we were doing. We help those people, specifically go out there and develop their 3 core funnels, their customer acquisition, lead gen, and customer re-engagement funnels. And we do that very, very well. We can do that very quickly, and we can go out there and provide a tremendous amount of value to those customers, because the vast majority of them don't have any funnels set up. So if we can come in, focus on those 3 funnels, it gives us the ability to go out there and provide a ton of value to those people in those segments. So from a client strategy standpoint, getting laser focused from client targeting and strategy standpoint, getting focused on who you're targeting is your primary step in regards to putting together a successful marketing campaign. And the reason for that is it gives you the ability to create more powerful messaging and get laser focused on on all things related to marketing your products and services and or processes out there in the marketplace. Now, I'm going to talk with you about a simple framework in order to accomplish this. First and foremost, you want to look at your existing customers, make sure that you segment them based off of characteristics, regardless if this is demographics or psychographic information, whether it's a vertical or a niche, or it's people that share similar characteristics. What you want to do is you want to look into your existing customer base. Now, if you're just getting started, this might be a little more challenging, but what you'll need to do is you'll need to ask yourself a specific question. That question is, who do you love most, or who do you want to serve most if you don't have an existing customer base? If you are launching your business and you don't know who you want to serve, then you need to sit down and figure that part out, or that piece out. And again, this was something that happened for us naturally. For a lot of our clients, this is an exercise that they haven't quite gone through yet. So it would be something that will serve you in regards to getting very specific about who it is that you want to serve. So if you have an existing customer base, go in there, Make sure that you're very clear about who you're serving, right? Who your bread and butter is. Maybe you can take a look at, existing customer demographics or what industries they're in, and or where they're located or psychographic information. Geography is not a really great indicator of who you're serving, but maybe target market, getting nichey in regards to who they are from a characteristic standpoint is important. Now, what you also want to do is you want to make sure that you segment. If you're doing any type of lead gen campaign, you want to make sure that you're segmenting those contacts. And the way that you can do this most effectively is by utilizing some type of software on the back end, whether it's a free service like MailChimp or you're utilizing a full-blown CRM like High Level or Keep. You want to make sure that you're utilizing some type of software where when you're collecting contact information, you're able to segment those people, and that'll give you the ability to get your message in front of them most effectively. Now, back in the beginning when I was first getting started in business, we didn't have any type of CRMs or anything like that. We were utilizing, very rudimentary CRMs. We were doing things like utilizing MailChimp or some email marketing software where we were just collecting email and things of that nature, but that didn't give us the ability to automate a lot of our other marketing like text messaging and or direct mail marketing. So we utilize Keep and we integrate that with some other software in order to give us the ability to automate the follow-up process. So in addition to segmenting, when you're talking about client targeting, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you automate the follow-up process. And this will give you the ability to put that messaging in front of the right audience at the right time, right? You want to make sure that if people reach out and they're trying to get information from you, that you're able to put the right messaging in front of them at the right time and provide value all the way through that process. So the first step with client targeting is segmentation. You want to make sure that you're segmenting all your contacts that are coming in. Don't just have blanket contacts coming in and you're not really thinking about, well, how am I going to communicate to these contacts? Because again, if you are not focused, if you're out there and you're just basically targeting everybody, you're going to have a much more challenging time with your messaging, with your marketing and your messaging. And this training is really derived around giving you a strategy or a framework that you can utilize in order to simplify your message, create a more powerful message, and then also get that in front of the right audience at the right time. So the first step in your client targeting, or even a pre-step to that, if you look at our local legends, marketing methodology is defining your who before you go out there and refine how you're going to do it. And then secondly, segment all of your contacts, regardless of their leads, prospects, and or customers. Make sure that you're segmenting them and make sure that you're putting the right message in front of them. Secondly, is make sure that you're very clear about your targeting. We cover this in our client targeting system, but targeting is incredibly important. You want to make sure that you're not out there trying to target everybody. And I know this can be a challenging thing. This is probably one of the most challenging things that I had to go through, as a small business owner and entrepreneur. And the reason for that is because when I was getting started, I felt like that I wanted to target everybody because I would be missing out on opportunities if I went out there and I just got super focused or I niched down into my target market. And so I basically targeted everybody. I was just looking for everybody specifically. And what that does is it creates a more challenging environment in order to market to. First and foremost, the costs associated with marketing to everybody is much, much higher. So from a targeting standpoint, and I'll give you an example of this is, let's say that you go out there and you're targeting everybody in a specific geographic area. And, as a marketer, you realize that you need to get your message in front of people anywhere between, 7 to 12 times. A lot of times before they convert, you get some, low hanging fruit that can go out there and convert in a much shorter time frame. But generally you need to get your message, your brand and everything like that in front of people multiple times. So if you're targeting everybody, trying to get your message in front of them, let's say 10 times on average, that can be very costly in order to accomplish that. But if you go out there and you get super focused in regards to your targeting, you niche down into your niche, you really define who your dream customer is from a geographic standpoint, from a psychographic standpoint, from a messaging standpoint, and everything like that. The costs associated with marketing your process, product, and or service is much, much smaller because you're more narrow in regards to your messaging. Now, as you dominate that market or that segment, what you can do is you can expand your messaging, right? Your revenue goes up. Hopefully, hopefully your revenue goes up and you're able to expand your messaging and everything is going the right way within your business. Then your targeting can get a little bit more broad. You can target more niches if you go out there and you want to expand your messaging and expand your targeting. In addition to that, you should have more revenue. Once you master your primary niche, you should have more revenue if you want to go out there and expand your niche. So secondly, first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have some type of CRM in place, some type of software, things like that, so that you can segment your lead gen activities. You make sure that you know where people are at in their customer life cycle, whether they're leads, prospects, and or customers. And then you want to make sure that there's software in place to accomplish that. And then secondly, you want to make sure that you're super clear about your target. This will give you the ability to create more powerful messaging, more powerful offers because you're communicating to a specific person. So segmentation, targeting, two really key areas in regards to your client targeting strategy. And this will give you the ability to get super narrow and to go out there and communicate a more powerful message to a specific segment in your marketplace. And so that'll give you a really great way in order to accomplish that. The third step in the strategy is, of course, positioning. And this is another reason why it's so incredibly important in order to get super clear about who you're targeting is how are you going to position your process, your product, and or your service in front of that target. And what you want to do is you want to do a little bit of market research, make sure that you're not just a commodity selling another product or service out there. We talk with you about this in our Local Legends offer creation and how to differentiate yourself in the marketplace with offer creation and really communicating your process more than your product and service. So we talk about that a lot in our other trainings, but positioning yourself in the marketplace can get a lot more easy if you know exactly who you're targeting and you're very clear about what it is that you're going to be offering. And when you get clear about who you're targeting and you can really communicate to them some of the challenges that they may be experiencing, when you can articulate that better than they can, when you can communicate that better than they can articulate it, you become a expert to them, right? So let's say that you go out there and you're trying to communicate what it is that you do to a broad audience. It's very hard to communicate to them from a place of empathy and to talk with them that or develop a message that resonates with them both emotionally and then also intellectually. So again, the broader you are in regards to your client targeting, the more challenging it is in order to create messaging and to position your process, your product, and or service with them. So go narrow from a client targeting strategy. Make sure that you're out there communicating your message directly to a specific individual. And then once you get that message clear and focused to them, what you can do is you can create more powerful messaging. You can create more powerful marketing, and you can go out there and you can dominate that specific segment before you go out and expand or get more broad in regards to your targeting and aspects of that. So 3 keys to successful client targeting. 1, segmentation of your contact list. 2 is the actual targeting process itself. A way that you can accomplish that is through niching down, making sure that you get super clear and go get as niched as you possibly can in regards to your client targeting, finding out who your dream customer is. And if you want to get access to our other trainings on how to formulate your dream customer or how to find out who your dream customer is and what that process is, I'll include that in the description of this video in regards to our Local Legend client targeting system. You also want to make sure that your targeting positions your process, your product and or service in front of that client targeting service. So segmentation, targeting, and positioning, key principles associated with going out there and creating a more powerful message for your local business, regardless if you're selling products and services, if you're a local service and trade professional, or if you're a nonprofit out there. So some really great information for you, some things that we learned along the way, and hopefully it'll help you out in regards to either launching, growing, or scaling your local organization. So I'd encourage you, if you haven't done so already, in the description of this video, I'm going to leave some links, a couple of different links. One, we have our weekly masterclass. We put on a masterclass that covers our local legends marketing methodology every single week on I believe it's Thursdays at 2:30 now. We're putting on that masterclass. It's a live masterclass. You can ask questions, get all the information that you need on how to formulate a powerful local marketing strategy so you can become an expert in your industry and a legend in your local market. So go ahead and get signed up for that. Secondly, feedback is key. We have anonymous feedback link in the description of this video, depending on the channel that you're watching on it. Go ahead and leave some feedback. If you have questions, you weren't able to jump on to our live session, and you'd like to leave some feedback in regards to what it is that we're doing and how it is we're delivering this content. One thing that we did well, two things that we can improve on a regular basis. We appreciate feedback. It is a gift. So if you do leave that, I want to say thank you on the front end. Secondly, if you're watching this on YouTube or one of our other channels, it gives you the ability to leave comments. Go ahead and do that. Ask questions. Let us know what you think. That way we can continue to improve our training process and provide you with some more value in regards to launching, growing, or scaling your local organization. Again, we're out here to serve and create an environment where you can grow your business week to week. We believe that the only way to grow business is through accountability and immersion, action, and taking and doing that on a regular basis. Repetition is one of the other characteristics that we subscribe to on a regular basis. So that's all I have for you today. Super excited about some of the videos that we're going to be releasing this week and some of the things going on in our business. Of course, we're expanding on a regular basis, just really helping local business owners. We believe that that local businesses are the salt of the earth. So we love the ability to help those local business owners, service trade professionals, and really helping communities around the country is what we're up to. So again, leave your feedback. If you're here, you're watching this video and you've watched it all the way through, go ahead and let us know what you think. And until the next time we speak, make today and every day a fantastic day. We'll talk with you real soon.